Religious leaders have joined climate proponents march in Machakos town, urging the government to hasten the transition from fossil fuel to clean energy. The climate proponents, while criticizing the persecution of Ugandan students championing against the proposed East Africa crude oil pipeline, call on developed nations to honor their pledge on delivering universal access to affordable clean energy as part of the Paris Agreement.
In a week's time, COP27 will get underway in Egypt's resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh, where world leaders and environmental champions will be assessing the gains made in reversing the effects of climate change since the Glasgow COP26. But before then, Africa climate proponents are seeking a number of demands ahead of the 27th Conference of Parties. In a peaceful demonstration dubbed Kick Fossil Fuels Out of Africa in Machakos town, under the auspice of Green Faith, religious leaders and the university students criticize African governments for advocating for fossil fuel projects, yet speaking clean energy.
Africa does not need fossil fuel to develop. Africa needs renewable energy that is accessible, that children can use in their homes to study when they're going to school.
If we have air pollution in Uganda, the same air is flowing back to Kenya. We are bringing the same thing. So it is also Kenya. You're going to be polluted by this air COP. So we are saying one thing: stop air COP.
The climate proponents now want the developed countries to honor their bargain.
We are trying to call on our governments to be brave and say no to fossil fuel projects that are brought in our communities, that are making it impossible for us to achieve our 1.5 degrees promise as per the Paris Agreement.
Advocating for policy issues to ensure that we have policies that portend well for our environment and for the future of our earth, that is the earth in which we live.
This even as they demanded for fair treatment to Ugandan students persecuted for championing against the proposed East Africa crude oil pipeline.
Last month, we had university students in Uganda who were campaigning in solidarity with our grassroots people, faith leaders, saying no to the project that has been brought to Uganda and Tanzania called the East African crude oil pipeline, which is the biggest ever, hottest burning crude oil pipeline in the world to be introduced in Africa. So when the university students took this lead initiative to say no to the corporation and to challenge the government to do better, they were arrested.
Opicho Chemtai for Lunchtime News.